Hello, everybody. I'm Thomas, and welcome to another Soul Gaming Sunday stream. This week, Arkham Horror Edition. This is a kind of a cursed stream for me. I tried doing it a couple times in the past, had some technical difficulties, so I don't think Cthulhu himself wanted the stream happening, but gosh dang it, it's happening. So today, I'm going to be playing through two different standalone scenarios, hopefully, time permitting, but I think I should be able to get through both in like under 3 hours. But I'm going to first be playing through Murder at the Hotel Excelsior, which is this really fun one that I already have kind of set up here. I will be taking these two investigators through it. I'll be taking Ursula Downs, the explorer, along with Nathaniel Cho, the boxer. So they'll be making their way through this hotel, which I'll read the intro story for here in a second. And then the other scenario I will be playing later is Curse of the Rougarou, where I'll be hunting down this beast creature type thing, and I think the swamps of the bayou or Louisiana, I forget where. You do travel somewhere to go hunt this creature down. But real quick, for anybody who doesn't know what Arkham Horror is, it's a fantastic game. So there's a lot of games in this kind of genre of like H.P. Lovecraft-esque games, and like specifically Arkham Horror. There's like Eldritch Horror and Arkham Horror. This is specifically Arkham Horror, the card game, which is considered a living card game. So that's a bit different than like a trading card game in the sense that there are packs that you buy, but they're like predefined on what you get in those packs, like of like what cards. So it's not like random, like, you know, Pokemon or like Yu-Gi-Oh or something. It's more predefined. And a lot of those packs, they have like scenarios, and then they'll also have player cards. But what's cool about this game is a deck construction game. So like something like Magic, where you construct a deck beforehand. That's kind of like what this is, though you do add stuff between scenarios. If you play like a whole campaign, which is pretty cool, you can get XP, upgrade your deck, you get like cool loot from different scenarios that you can add in, so that's fun. The investigators are really cool. There's so much to like about this game. It's definitely one of my favorites just of all time. It's so good, and I have played through most of the campaigns besides like Dream Eaters and the newest one. I haven't played that yet. Everything else, it's really good. So yeah, today I'll be playing this scenario, which is Murder at the Excelsior Hotel. So got a long preamble here of some text that I gotta read, so bear with me. Not the best reader, but there's a decent amount of it, so I'll try to get through it pretty quickly. I'll take a quick sip of water, because this is like a few paragraphs of text. All right, intro number 1. There have been reports of strange occurrences at Arkham's Excelsior Hotel for over a month now. Disappearances, bizarre sightings, sudden closures, sometimes for days at a time, seemingly without warning. It's like something out of a ghost story, but you know better than to simply dismiss these rumors. Too many people have whispered about the Excelsior. And to make matters worse, it seems the stories have only grown more unsettling in the last week. It's time somebody looked into it all. Yeah, I'm sure that's a good idea. You tried going to the police, but the grizzled and world-weary Sergeant Monroe has dismissed you every time. You've been left to investigate on your own. Asking around at the local hotspots yields no leads. Velma's Diner, Hibbs Roadhouse, La Bella Luna. Each visit leaves you with only more questions. That is, until today. While walking down Central Avenue in downtown, minding your own business, you bump into a man in a large trench coat. You begin to apologize, but he simply continues walking briskly away from you. It isn't until you return home that you find the note in your pocket, one that wasn't there before. And then in some different text it says, "I have answers. Room 225. Tonight. Come alone. They're watching." So back to the narration part. Uncertain of what else you can do at this point, you begin making preparations to meet this mysterious person. So since there's multiple investigators, I have to go to like this next intro number 3. The Excelsior is busy tonight. Either the rumors haven't fazed these guests, or the stories have given the hotel a new allure. Everything seems normal. Hotel staff carrying luggage and cleaning supplies through the lobby and the main stairway. The man behind the front desk greets you with a curt nod and a thin smile. A uniformed security guard reads the latest Arkham advertiser in the corner. And yet, you can't get the note's final warning out of your mind. You stride quickly across the lobby and up the stairs, taking some measure of comfort in the knowledge that you at least contacted others you could trust, letting them know of your whereabouts and intent. Your clandestine meetings have rarely gone as planned, especially lately, and it never hurts to have some measure of backup. You stand before the blood-red door of room 225, take a deep breath, and knock. There's no going back now. Final part of the introduction, Intro 4. You sit in a chair in the suite's living room, watching as the man who slipped you the note paces about nervously. He rambles about secret meetings and watchful staff. The entire time, you find yourself glancing to the coffee table in front of you and the curved dagger that rests there. He pauses for a moment, pours himself a drink, and raises the glass to his lips with a shaky grip. He then pours a second drink and hands it to you. "This is all gonna sound crazy," he says, his voice a little bit more than a whisper. He glances at every darting shadow and twitches at every creak that the old building makes. "I'm beginning to feel crazy. There's too much going on here to ignore, and I've been part of it long enough." You listen closely, but his words are starting to run together. His voice is ethereal and wispy, like the wind at the end of a long tunnel. You blink rapidly. Your vision blurs. The next thing you know, you're on your feet, your glass drops to the floor, and then setup. This says proceed to setup, and that's where we start. So I had to choose someone to be the main investigator, and that's Ursula. She is starting in room 225 with the bloodstained dagger. Nathaniel Cho, he's chilling in the lobby. So over here, got the act deck. The agenda and the act deck. So I'll read the agenda first. The murderer. When you come to, you are standing over the man's body. You recoil immediately at the grisly sight. Multiple stab wounds perforate his chest. Blood spills onto the floor. What in the hell happened here? And why can't you remember a thing? There's only one investigator in this game, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter because there are two. And then the agenda is titled, What Happened? Your head is spinning as you try to make sense of the situation. Empty bottles are scattered across the room. Your hands tingle. The shadows seem to coil and writhe around you. Were you drugged? Or is this something else entirely? So my objective is if the investigators control 2 lead assets, advance. And right above it, it says I can spend 1 clue per investigator. So I can spend 2 clues as a group to draw the top card of the leads deck. So we need 2 leads total. So I got to get like 4 clues. Well, there's 4 clues here. And yeah, that's pretty much where we start out. I'll put these off to the side like that. So quick explanation for those who don't know about Arkham. This game is played over a number of rounds. It starts the first time in the there's also different phases for each round. There's the investigation phase, which we start in. After that, there'll be the enemy phase. There's the upkeep. And then technically the first phase is the mythos phase, which we skipped this first round. But going forward, bad stuff happens in the mythos phase. So it's nice. I can choose whichever investigator to go first. That would be better for my situation. So let me kind of take a scan of what's going on. So Ursula's up here. There's clues in the room, and there's also 3 different... let me see if I can do that to get a little bit closer. There's 3 different actions I can do in this room. So I can clean up the blood, I can hide the body, and I can tidy up the room. And those are all different 3 tests, skill checks I have to do. How many cards do I have in my hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I kind of want to do some of those checks right off the bat because I could probably clean up the blood and tidy the room. And then maybe Nathaniel could come up here and hide the body because I don't have the muscle power, or Ursula doesn't have the muscle power for that. So I'm just thinking about what I want to do here. So I started with 5 cards in my hand, which is nice because then I have my higher education, which I can use right off the bat. So yeah, I'm going to spend 1 resource. I'm going to boost my willpower by 2. And then that'll put me at 5. And then this is only a test of 3. So first action, I'm going to test this. So I got the chaos bag here. For those unfamiliar in this game, a lot of games, you have like in Dungeons and Dragons, for example, you'll have like dice that you roll to see like how well your actions do. Well, in this, like I'm doing a skill check. So right now I'm testing my willpower against the whatever I need to get, which I have 5 because of my higher education that I just used. I'm testing against 3. Now the rub is I don't just get to succeed because that would be too easy. And instead of using dice, this game uses the Chaos Bag, which has a bunch of just different tokens in it with numbers on them. Mostly negative, some positive, some have different weird symbols, which the scenario card tell you what those symbols do. And that's kind of cool because they change per scenario, and even the tokens in the bag change per scenario. So that's it's pretty cool. But I will draw 1 token to see how I do. It's a 0, so I pass. So I have to remember that I cleaned up the blood. That was my first action. Yeah, second action, I'm gonna, since I still have 5 cards in my hand, I'm gonna use higher education again to boost my knowledge, my intellect, and then I'm going to do the test for tidying up the room. Give this a good shake. And that's a skull. A skull is minus X. X is the number of guest enemies in play, so 0. So I did that as well. So I've cleaned up the blood and tidied up the room. At this point, so it's 2 actions, and I don't know if I explicitly mentioned this, but each turn, each investigator has like 3 main actions. Yeah, this is a pretty rules heavy. This game has a lot of moving parts, a little thing, so like I'm definitely not doing a full rules explanation for those who don't know, but I'll try to mention at least, you know, what I'm doing and what's going on. So like, yeah, each investigator has like assets you can play, and those are just permanent things. So I have 1 more action left, so I'm going to throw down the magnifying glass because it's free and it doesn't cost me an action to do so. I think I have this shortcut. I'd love to play it. So I'm going to move to the 2nd floor hallway, reveal that. Oh, there are clues in there. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's fun. And because of Ursula's ability, after I move to a location, I can take an investigation or an investigate action. So I'm gonna do that. And because of my magnifying glass, I'm gonna be at 5 intellect versus just the 2 I need. If I'm trying to get clues for a room, that's what the little number in black is. It's called the room shroud number. That's what I gotta score equal to or higher than to actually get the clues. So that is a cultist, which is just -1. So I got the clue. That was my last action, but I'm going to probably throw this down at least. Spend a resource. I want to attach shortcut to the 2nd floor hallway because that is going to be really nice. And do I want to move somewhere with shortcut, or should I save that for Nathaniel? I'll save it for Nathaniel. All right, that's it for Ursula's turn. So now to Nathaniel's turn. Nathaniel is the boxer, and the signature, one of his most useful weapons, that's I think the only weapon in his deck, is his boxing gloves, which I unfortunately did not draw in the starting hand or the mulligan, which, I mean, at the start of the game, I already drew my hand. What's nice is you get a mulligan, so you can mulligan any number of cards, and I still did not get my boxing gloves, so that was kind of a shame. All these other cards really aren't too helpful. They're all for attacking stuff, which I can't really do. Yeah, I don't even... Okay, I do. I'll play that. I'll play Safeguard, just because I want to have it down. That was my first action. Second action, I'll move here, and then I'll use the shortcut to go over to room 225. So that was my first action. I played that. Second action, I moved up there. That was a free move. And then third action, I can test to hide the body. Yeah, I'm not going to add any thing to that, because I'm testing at a 5 against a 3, so that's not a bad chance. -1, so I'm good. So that room is taken care of. Blood has been cleaned up, body's been hidden. I've tidied up the room. So cool, and I did that all in like the first round. So this might go really this might go all right. This game is usually pretty brutal, and I haven't really tested these decks. Also, fair warning, I haven't played this game in a little bit. I mean, I played it semi-recently, like just earlier today, in preparation for like the stream, just so I remember how the scenarios work and like making sure these decks aren't garbage. But yeah, these decks are something I built a while back, and yeah, there was a pretty big flaw with one of the other decks for the other scenario that I'll be playing later, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm just glad I found it while playtesting. So that's it for the investigator phase. Enemy phase, there's no enemies, so we kind of just skip it. Upkeep, so everything resets, or at least tapped cards reset. Everybody gets a resource and a card. Nathaniel just got some overpower, and ooh, Ursula got Dr. Milan Christopher, one of the most busted allies in the game. So is now Mythos phase, top of the round. So a Doom gets added over here. So real quick explanation. So we got these kind of two different decks that are going in parallel to each other. So we got the agenda deck up top. That's like the bad deck. That's the deck that you don't want to progress, because as it progresses, shit just gets worse. So at the beginning of each round, a Doom is added, and then if the Doom is either ever greater or equal to that number at the start of the round, then this card flips over. Bad stuff is on the back, and then the game will just like get worse. And this deck is the Act deck, which is the one the investigators here are trying to progress. That's like the story. So yeah, that's a quick explanation of what's going on over there. So that's done. So now each of them draw one card from the Mythos deck. I will have Ursula take this first card, since she is the lead investigator. It is a conspicuous staff. Okay, spawn at the nearest crime scene from Ursula. So that would definitely be room 225. Their staff, they're not... They're not innocent though. That's interesting. So I could kill them. I don't want to kill people, but if they're not innocent, I'm gonna kill you. And then Nathaniel's thing. If there are no human enemies in play, gain surge, otherwise attach driven to madness. So this does get attached. Attached enemy gets +1 fight, health, and evade. Loses aloof, cannot parlay with attached enemy after it is evaded. So the staff that just showed up have now been immediately driven to madness on account of seeing this crime scene, I guess. So they just got buffed up with all their stats. So they have now 4 fight, 3 health, and 4 evade, making them just all that much more tricky to take down. Because I still don't have my boxing gloves. Just looking at what cards I have for Nathaniel, because that's it. It's back to, or that's it for the Mythos phase. It's back to the investigator phase. So either of us can go at this point. I'm just trying to see. So I need one more clue as a group before I can get my first lead asset. Lots of clues out on the board, and pretty easy locations too, like a 2, a 2, and a 3 shroud. There's really nothing too bad. But I want to deal with that staff, especially because they're not innocent. So I'm just gonna kill them. They have 3 health though. So I almost, what could Nathaniel do? I might go back to the foyer. Okay, I'm gonna have Nathaniel go first. And first, I'm just gonna draw a card, because that's something you can do on your turn. Mono a mono. Well, that's something I have to play as my first action, so that's kind of useless. Second action, I'm just gonna draw another card. Clean them out. Shoot, that's not what I want to see. I have a lot of cards, and not a lot of them are useful, except for one that I'm about to use, and that's going to be Counterpunch. This is a good card. I don't know if this is the best use of it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I already used 2 of my 3 actions for Nathaniel. It's the last action. Well, technically, these guys, the staff, is engaged with me. It's engaged with Nathaniel. So that's done, and then I will now move into the hallway as my last action. And they're going to be mad about that, and they're going to attack. They're making an attack of opportunity. But I got Counterpunch, which I'll play immediately. It's fast. It's free. So I get to fight them with +2 fight, which puts me at 7, and it will deal +1 damage. And because of my investigator ability over here, if this lands, that'll be enough to kill them. But it's a 7 versus a 4, so I'm up 3. I could commit Overpower. Should I do it? Should I commit Overpower? I'm up 3. I don't know if how big of negative numbers are in here. I think I'm okay. A skull, number of guest enemies in play. So it's none. So it's a -0. Okay. So I'm glad I didn't commit that Overpower. It wasn't needed. So the staff is dead. Don't I have something for that? No. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and use the shortcut for Nathaniel. Bring him down to the foyer. And that'll be it for his turn. So back to Ursula. So first action, I think I'm gonna gain a resource. And then second action, spend all 4 of my resources to play Dr. Milan Christopher. One of the best allies out there. And then my final action, I'll move into this room. And then because of my ability, I can take an investigate action. So let me just see. If there's anything I can do. No, okay. So I'll be testing. I have 6 intellect versus the 3 I need for this room, so I'm sitting pretty good. It's a cultist, which is a -1, so I pass with flying colors. It's my second clue. Oh, that's an action to do that, so I can't do that yet. Okay, so that's it for Ursula. I will flip Nathaniel back over. It's the enemy phase. There's no enemies, so I'm just going straight into upkeep. Everybody gets some resources. All right, let's see what Ursula draws. Mind over matter. Okay, okay. What Nathaniel draws, please be boxing gloves. Or he has, his brother is in here that can find his boxing gloves, so that would be good too. No, it's daring. That's some shenanigans. Okay, so Mythos phase, another Doom on the agenda. We're at 2 out of 3. 2 new cards. Ursula first. Hotel guest spawns, nearest hallway. Sorry, nearest hall location. So I'll be there. They have aloof, they have patrol. At the end of the enemy phase, if they're at a crime scene, add 1 doom to the hotel guest. I can parlay them. I feel like right at the beginning so far, Ursula's pulling a lot of weight. She's doing good. Oh, I also just realized I successfully investigated last round after I already played Milan, so I would have got a resource for doing that. I just totally slipped my mind. Okay, so I'm gonna have her first action. We're just investigating here. I'm sitting at a 4, 5, 6v3, so I'm sitting pretty good. -2, so I'm alright. Yeah, so I get that clue. And because of Dr. Milan, I gain a resource. Yeah. So that was what, my first action? second action, I'll move here. Because of my ability, I can investigate again, and I will, for investigating 6 versus a 2. So that's pretty good odds. That's the star. So after this test ends, you may move to a connecting location. I don't know if I want to do that, but I will take my clue, and I will take my other resource because that's what Dr. Moan says, and I am not playing Taboo, so. Third action, then, I could try to parlay with that hotel guest to discard them so they don't go snooping around room 225, even though I did my best to clean stuff up, but they would still gain some doom from the horror that they witness if they see what's over there. So I'm testing a 6v3. It's a -3, so I still pass. All right. Ursula is just killing it. Yeah, that's it for her. She has 2 leads. So I think Nathaniel first is going to spend, because you can spend them as a group, so I'll spend 2 to draw one of the lead assets here. Let's see what I get. The Tome of Rituals. Oh boy. Exciting. Okay. That was my first action. Second action, I want to try to just draw a card. I really want to get this boxing gloves. Oh my god, it's this Tommy Malloy. It's my, what is this? Who is he? They call him the Big Palooka. Nathaniel calls him Scum. Okay, so second action, Tommy Malloy just shows up. And what sucks is he has 3 health, and he only takes 1 damage at a time. It's tricky. It's tricky. So, I mean, I'm going to fight him just straight up with my fists. Don't even have my boxing gloves on. It'll be a 5v2. The broken tablet is a -3. So I still pass. Tommy gets 8 damage on him. He has 3 health. He's going to deal 2 damage to me. But, like, what are you going to do? Because, yeah, I did that. I drew, and then I fought him. I'm just making sure that was my 3 actions for Nathaniel here. Okay. So it's now, that was the end of his turn. Enemy phase. I do have a decision to make. Tommy's going to attack me. I can either just take the 2 damage. I also have dodge, so I could dodge it, take no damage. I don't know if there's going to be worse things to come damage-wise. Especially, am I going to hold on to dodge that long? I will. I'll take 2 damage for now. We'll see if I regret that later, but oh my gosh, can't even find the damage tokens. All I see are the 3s. Okay, so I'll take 2 damage from Tommy. Whatever. Upkeep phase. Refresh them. Yeah, then we both get a resource. They both have a lot of resources. It's kind of nice. All right, Nathaniel's gonna draw another card. I really hope it's boxing gloves. It's not. Vicious Blow. Good card. It's hard to complain about Vicious Blow, but I'm gonna, because I still don't have my dang boxing gloves, and it makes it a lot harder to play Nathaniel without his boxing gloves. Did I even put? I need to make sure I do have boxing gloves in here. I remember playing earlier, and I saw one, but I didn't see the other, and I was getting worried. It'll probably be like the next card, because I looked through it now. No, they're both in there. Okay. I was just making sure. Because I play tested my other decks a bit more than I did these two, so I was like, I hope I put the boxing gloves in there. We're good. So that's it. Oh, I still have to draw a card for Ursula. Perception. Not bad, not bad. Top of the round, Mythos phase, another Doom gets added, which triggers this and flips this over. As you retrace your steps to make sense of the situation, there is a pounding on the door to the suite. "This is the police!" A stern voice calls out. "We've gotten reports of a disturbance. Open up!" Set aside Sergeant Monroe into the foyer. Okay, well, give me a sec. I need to find good old Sergeant. He's off to the side somewhere. Okay, so he goes, "Where? The foyer." Awesome. He's just chilling in there with Nathaniel now, I guess. Spawn one set-aside Arkham officer at the second floor hall. Boom. Then shuffle the other set-aside enemies into the encounter deck, along with the discard pile. Yeah, I never love seeing that, but whatever. The lead investigator draws the set-aside weakness. Oh, jeez. Yes, shit is getting worse. Okay. So let me shuffle this real quick. Okay, so the Arkham officers. There's two more that are going to be put into the encounter deck. So then the lead investigator is Ursula over here. Getting this weakness for what have you done? As an additional cost for you to parlay, you must discard a card at random from your hand. Or I can, as an action, shuffle this into my deck. So that's something. Alright, no, there's more. But wait, there's more. For each of the following circumstances, which is true, place one clue on 225 and one doom on Arkham officer. It just says the investigators have not cleaned up the blood, not hid the body, and not tied the ring, which I've done all of those. So I'm good. I don't have to add anything. Okay. Agenda 2 is titled Special Investigation. You're not the only ones interested in the strange events at the Excelsior tonight, and the police are on to you. You're still not sure what happened, or if it could happen again. There's a forced effect. After an investigator at the same location as a ready police enemy discovers one or more clues at that location, or deals damage to a humanoid enemy, each ready police officer at that location engages that investigator and makes an immediate attack. So basically, yeah, there's no mess around with the law in this game. If there's an officer at your location, you can't get any clues, and you can't fight any humanoids, or they'll throw down and immediately engage and attack you. So that's something. All right, so now I gotta each draw one card. This is Ursula's first. We got Mr. Trombley. Spawns in the foyer. He's a hunter. Humanoid staff. After he enters play, immediately resolve the hunter and patrol keywords on every other staff enemy in play. There are none, so his effect does nothing. Thank goodness. And then Nathaniel's card is a hotel guest spawning the nearest hall location. That would be here in the foyer with me. Hotel's already getting pretty crowded. Okay. Just think of what I want to do here. I definitely want to have Ursula parlay that officer. Oh, that officer's moving into the foyer. Oh, I thought he was moving to the crime scene. He moves to the nearest location with clues on it, so it's gonna be down there. And then it's gonna be moving clues to the officer as doom, so not good. I could evade them. I don't have the highest evasion in the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I do have 5 cards, and that means higher education. So I'll do that first. Yeah, I'll spend a resource to get some willpower from that, and that'll put me at 5 willpower. Yeah, I'm just debating if I want to go up one more or not, but that's 2 above. That's all right, I guess. We'll see. 2 above for evading the Arkham officer. That's a +1, so I'm good. Okay. Officer is evaded, so he's not gonna cause any trouble this round. I I did the parlay. Oh, I would have done this first because I was gonna shuffle this as my first action. I was like, I forgot to do that. That was gonna be the first thing I did because I have that parlay effect. So I did that first, and then I did that second. Yeah, that's my bad. Because I didn't want to have to do that effect. So I still have one more action. So I'm gonna grab. Yeah. So I'm gonna spend 2 clues. It's my last action, and grab another asset from over here. The manager's key. And because the investigators control 2 lead assets, I can advance the act deck. It isn't much, but it's all you've got. Your only real options now is to explore the rest of the hotel and see what you can learn. So I gotta put each set-aside location into play, which, oh boy. So I love this game, but man, is it a table hog. Especially like recording semi-limited on like my like angle, whatnot. And plus like it's already like, I'm trying to get so much in frame, but yeah, it's like then you can't even read the cards, but it's like, I mean, I could zoom in, but it doesn't really help all that much. Yeah, no, more locations are now gonna be entering play, so that's fun. We got the hotel roof. I'll just slide that up there. Maybe move that down. Arkham officers chilling in the hallway, along with Ursula. Room 212 can go up there. Sure. Room 245 over there. Why not? And then, oh my god, why is the foyer popping so much? Literally all these people are here, including Tommy Malloy, the big palooka that's engaged with Nathaniel over here. But then also down here, the basement and the office. So like more stuff. My microphone's kind of in the way. Okay. Something like that. Jeez. Okay. Depending on which lead assets, shuffle the 6 cards into the encounter deck as follows. Okay, so that would be these. Okay. So I have what? Manager's key. So shuffle the 3 set aside. Hotel security. And what was the other one? Sorry, Tome of Rituals. Okay. Cultist of the Enclave. Not like the Fallout Enclave. Jeez. Okay. Sorry, I gotta just shuffle all these cards around. So depending on the assets, shuffle these into the encounter deck. Oh my god. This encounter deck is just getting worse and worse by the minute. At this point, this is why I have to start getting clues to figure out who the true culprit is. We'll see how that goes. Give this a quick shuffle, and then we'll be on our way. All right. The next act, following leads. Thanks to the leads you've discovered in the suite, you're fairly sure whoever framed you is still in the hotel. The only real question is where to find this person. Looking at the leads you found, you feel like the answers are right in front of you. So my objective is to learn more about the leads by placing clues on them. The more clues, the better. At the end of the round, I can choose to advance if each lead has at least 2 clues on them. Though it says if I want to present this to the police, I'm gonna need 4 clues on each lead asset. So I'm just, am I missing something? Oh, right. I totally forgot how, it's been a while since I played this scenario specifically too. So I gotta find the rooms that correlate with the lead assets I have. So then that was all. This is all Ursula's turn. It's still Ursula's turn, which at this point, yeah, I was gonna move down here to help stuff. But what is the other asset? So she has the manager's key, which is definitely in the office. I know that much. The Tome of Rituals. I don't know where the Tome of Rituals is. That could be in either the rooms or the basement. I'm looking at maybe the tome has a clue on it for where it is. A massive book, its pages ancient and weathered. As you page through, a leaflet falls out. Picking it up, you see it contains a simple message. The enclave awaits below. So maybe they are in the basement. That might be a clue. Maybe. So that means that maybe Nathaniel needs to head into the basement. We'll see. So up here, Ursula still has... They've used up their last action, but I can use shortcut to move into the foyer. And then because of Ursula's investigator ability, I can investigate. So I'm at a 6 against a 2. It is a -1, so I'm fine. Get a clue, and you can't even see that. I'm gonna put that up there. And she gets a resource because of Dr. Milan. So that's it for her turn. Boy, oh boy, this foyer's just popping. Oh, wait. Mr. Trombley would definitely be engaged with Nathaniel. Glad I caught that. They have 5 health? Oh my god, I just now noticed that. Oh my god. What am I supposed to do here? I got Tommy Malloy and Mr. Trombley engaged with Nathaniel. The cards I have, like, I could take out one of them. I guess I could just dodge the other. I was saving the dodge for something. This this might be it. Okay. So I'm gonna take out Tommy Malloy. So first, I'm going to play Mono a Mono. It's a free card, first action, and I'm going to deal 3 damage to Mr. Trombley. And that's not even something I have to test for, which is pretty nice. Then second and third action, I'm just going to whap Tommy Malloy with my fists. So 5v2. The first one is a -1, so the first hit goes through. And then the second, -3, but I'm 5v2. 2, so I'm alright. So Tommy Malloy is no more. Goodbye, Big Palooka. Okay. I couldn't deal with the hotel guest. I couldn't deal with everything, though. So they're going to get away. So they're going to the basement because they're going to the nearest crime scene. And then at the end of the enemy phase, if a hotel guest is at a crime scene, add a doom to them. Okay, well, it's not the best, but it also could be worse. All things considered, that's going on here. So that was it for the enemy phase. So upkeep, ready. These two. Put Sergeant Monroe a bit more over there. Something like that. Getting just a bit cluttered. There's just so much going on in this hotel. Luckily, the next Rougarou doesn't have as many locations or as much going on, so it won't be as cluttered, hopefully. But like I said, this game also is just a table hog. Like, it takes up a lot of space. But Man, is it a good one. So that was upkeep. I still need to give everybody a resource, so I'll do that. Ursula gets a card. What does she get? Another magnifying glass. Okay. Nathaniel. My man, please pick up your boxing gloves. It's not. It's overpower. Okay. They can only have how many cards? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, Nathaniel has 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Ursula only has 6. They can only have max 8, so I was just double checking that. Doom on here, so we're at technically 2 because got to count the hotel guests. Doom now, but they'll be taken care of next turn. And then 2 cards, starting with Ursula. Oh, jeez. I just shuffled in 3 of these, and I'm already drawing 1. So, hotel security spawning at the nearest empty location. I'll spawn them down. I'll spawn them in the restaurant. If there's at least 1 guest enemy in play, which there is, hotel security loses hunter and gains patrol of nearest guest enemy. Oh, jeez. So this hotel security guard is just going to patrol towards this hotel guest down here. What else do I have going on? This cop, the Arkham officer is going to be going towards the foyer. I can't kill him because he's innocent. I just need to quickly do everything else. Nathaniel still is Mr. Trombley. This guy's in the restaurant. Okay, I still have to draw 1 more card for Nathaniel. Let me start forget. Oh my god. It's another hotel security. This is bad because they're spawning in the office. They're right next door to that hotel guest. So they're going to probably get them. Unless I can stop that. Oh boy. This is not great. So at least Ursula does have the bloodstained dagger. It's not very good though. She doesn't have very good cards. I could use mind over matter. But what good would that do me? That's fast. Okay. Maybe I could go up there. Evade them. Sorry, I'm really thinking here. Okay, Ursula is first going to play Mind Over Matter. Costs a resource to do so. It's fast, so it doesn't cost an action, and I get to draw a card. I've got a plan. Oh, boy. Okay. I hope you do, Ursula, because I don't have a plan. I kind of do. So, first action, I'm going to have Ursula go up here in the hallway with the Arkham officer. Second, I'm going to have her evade, which because of Mind Over Matter, I get to add my intelligence to my strength and my agility. So that puts me at a 10 to evade this officer versus a 2. So a skull, yeah, I'm fine. It's like a -2. So this Arkham officer is evaded. So it was what? First action, second action, I did that. I can, for free, move down here because of shortcut. And then because of my investigator ability, I can investigate in here. 6v2. It's a cultist, which is a -1. So I'm fine. Because of Dr. Moan, I get another resource. And then final action, I'm going to exhaust the dagger, take a horror, and I get to fight with +2 fist, which I don't really care about. But I also get +1 damage, which is the thing I care about. But I'll have 6. I'll be at 9 combat strength. I'm going to be whapping Mr. Tomboy here. Oh, and it's a star. So I will kill them. Mr. Tomboy goes in the victory display, which there will be one, but it doesn't matter because this is a standalone scenario. I'm playing as a standalone, not as like part of a campaign. So XP/victory points don't really matter, but whatever. If this attack defeats an enemy, draw a card. Okay, so Ursula gets to draw a card. Ooh, the Chthonian Stone. And then because I drew the Elder Sign, after this test ends, I can move to a connecting location. I don't know. Shoot, and that has an agility test to get into it. It sucks. So just use my mind over matter. That's whatever. I'm just seeing if I have how many agility symbols I have. Not very many. Oof. That might be a struggle to get into. So I can move somewhere as my last action. I might just move up here into the hallway if I'm being honest. So I could deal with that Arkham officer next turn right away. So that's gonna be it for Ursula. Nathaniel gets to go now. He's cleared up from stuff. I could go 1, 2, 3. That guy would come for me. They would go in there. It's not good. This hotel security is not good. But I don't have much of another choice. So first I'm gonna go in the basement, first action. There's, oof, I'm trying to remember where I put my tokens. 2 clues. And this is the location for the Tomo rituals. Awesome. So that was my first action. Second action, I'll parlay with the hotel guest. I'll test my willpower. I have nothing to commit to this. This sucks. Maybe it's my second action, because I went down this my first. Yeah, second action, I'm actually going to draw a card before I do this test. Get over here. I feel like it's a crime to play this just for its willpower, but I don't know what else to do. I'll commit the clean amount. That got me +1. 4 against a 3, like that's gonna work. That's a -1. It actually worked. Oh my god. So I can discard hotel guest. Got rid of their doom. Well, that works out pretty well then. Because then I could use, I got get over here. That was my third action, but this is fast. Let me just triple think of what's going on here. Yeah, this is good. This is pretty good. So yeah, I'll play it. Costs me 2 resources. Like I said, it's fast, so it doesn't cost me an action. And it lets me pull an enemy from 2 locations away. This guy, 2 locations away. So 1, 2, pull him over here, and I'm gonna whap him. I will commit Vicious Blow to this. So I'll be fighting at a 5, 6, V4. I'll make it an 8 V4. Because I really want to win this. The stone is a -3. I'm really glad I made an 8 V4. So I passed. So because of that, I get to draw a card because of overpower. And then the guard is dead. I had to think about that for a second. And then I drew Glory, which I'm going to play, since it's still the same timing window. Play after I defeat an enemy, draw 2 cards. And then I drew Evidence, so I'm going to play that, which costs a resource, and then I can discover a clue at my location. Okay, so I need to get some more clues. Yeah, that was a pretty nice combo of a turn for Nathaniel. So yeah, that's it for investigators this round. Enemy phase, there's only this enemy. They have Hunter, so they're going over here. Can attack Nathaniel, which I will just dodge. I'm not dealing with that right now. I don't want to take more damage. And then upkeep. So I can refresh this crazy hallway that's just gonna mess everything up. Put the guard there, Ursula there, something like that. They each get a resource. This refreshes. Ursula gets a card, Inquiring Mind. Pretty nice card. Let's see if this is a boxing glove. It's a weakness. Paranoia. Discard all my resources. Fair enough. Okay. Just taking a quick survey of the land here. How many cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, Ursula has 8 cards, which is cool. Because I can use Inquiring Mind, which I will. I'm going to spend a resource to use it. Because I'm going to parlay the Arkham Officer. So I'll be testing at a 5 against a 3. That's a -3. I can drop a clue. So we get a -1 instead. Sure. I should have just spent the extra resource, but I was cheap. I wanted to conserve my resources. But whatever. Dropped a clue on the ground. So I'll use shortcut then to move up to the roof. Okay, there's 2 clues up there. And then because, let me grab the 2 clues. Because I just moved up there and because of my investigator ability, I could just go ahead and draw a card. Or not draw a card, do an investigate action, which I will. I'll be testing a 6v3 -3, so I'm good. So I get a clue along with a resource thanks to Dr. Milan. So I still have 2 actions. So first, I'm just going to investigate 6v3 skull. That's a pass because that's just a minus number of guests in play. So like 0. Yeah, -0. So I get another clue, get another resource. And then last action, I'll just go back into the hallway. Yeah, that'll be it for Ursula. So that'll be nice because next turn I can take care of the officer, grab the clue, move out of there, maybe in the restaurant, snatch up some more clues because I only have 3. I need at least enough for Ursula along with covering for Nathaniel. So I need to get some clues because Nathaniel's not very good at it. Yeah, so that's it for Ursula. So now it's down to Nathaniel. I don't want to use 1-2 punch for this guy, but what else could I do? Can't draw a card because they're engaged. Yo, oh, I don't have any resources, so I can't even. I was gonna 1-2 punch him. I can't even. And I wasted my cleaning them out on that skill test earlier. This is a predicament that I've gotten myself into. It makes me almost want to. I can't draw a card for an attack of opportunity. That would just be dumb. But I don't have any resources. I could just whap the guy 3 times. I guess that's literally my only choice. So the first time I'll put overpower into it. So I'll be testing at a 7 versus a 4. So I'm up 3. That is the Elder Sign. I always forget what it's called. Skill test is successful during attack. Return an event from your discard pile to your hand. Well, first let me do my damage to this guy and draw a card because of overpower. It's boxing gloves. I don't have the money to buy them, but hey, I got them. Oh, now I'll return because it's an event, right? There's probably better events I could return, but I can return clean them out now. Now watch this. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Okay. Grab a quick sip of water here. That was a really good token pull. Because now that I have cleaned them out, that was my first action. Second action, I'll play clean them out. That'll get me 2 resources, and I can fight this hotel security guard again. Because that's an event, if it goes through, I'll be doing 2 damage to them and they'll be dead. So right now I'm at a 5v4. I'll commit daring to this, and that'll put me up 3. Right, so I'll be at what 8v4, so I'll be up 4 minus 2, so I'm good. So this guy is dead. Thank goodness. Since I defeated them, I can also put my 1 clue on the tome because of the room's effect. And then because of this card, after this test ends, I get to draw a card. And then I still have 1 more action, which you bet your ass I'm equipping those boxing gloves. Been waiting all game to do that, but they're finally here. So that's done. So that's it for Nathaniel's turn. So that's it for this round. Upkeep. There's no enemies, so the enemy phase is just skipped. So we'll just go right to upkeep. Flip over all of the things. And hand out some money to these poor investigators. Grab a card. Oh, cool. Got the what have I done weakness for Ursula. That's cool. I'll put that where can I put her clues? Put her like over here. I don't have a good spot for stuff. I just don't have the table space for this. Well, it's like I said, I do have a little bit more table space. Like I could zoom my camera out more, but then it's gonna make it even harder to see these cards, which are already, I think, pretty hard to see because my camera's not the greatest. I mean, it's better than what I started with, but yeah, it's not the best. And then Nathaniel can draw another card. Counterpunch. That's a pretty good card. I'm pretty happy with that. Top of the round. Mythos phase, got a Doom on the agenda. First card for Ursula. Oh, Jesus Christ. Got another Arkham officer in the hallway. They're gonna start snooping. This is bad. I need to finish this stuff up quick. And then Nathaniel, what are you drawing here? Are you serious? Another hotel security guard. Okay. So I might do something. I'm sorry, I'm thinking here. Because what I want to do is I'll probably have Ursula go first. I might have, is it even, right now in my head, I'm trying to debate if it's even worth evading these Arkham officers. Because if I grab that clue, where are they going to go? They're going to head towards the basement, and like, they're not going to find much down there. I don't think it's worth it. So first, I'll investigate with Ursula. Investigate the second floor hallway, which I think it was a 2 shroud. Yeah, 2 shroud. Ursula has 6 intellect, so it's a -1. So I'm all right. So I get a clue and a resource because of good old Dr. Milan. I will use the shortcut to go to the foyer. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I'll wait. Okay, so second action, I'll go down here. See, this is the thing. I have like one more action. I'll equip Fieldwork for Ursula. Almost forgot her name. So I'm gonna have to move. What have I done off the screen? Put Fieldwork up here. I'm just running out of screen space. And that's nice that she's down here, because then Nathaniel could beat up this hotel security guard, and we'll be all right. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. Okay, I know what I want to do. I don't know if it's legal in the terms of Arkham stuff. I'm pretty sure it is. Because I will spend a resource to play the reliable upgrade, attach it to my boxing gloves. Essentially just gives it a permanent +1 for my fighting, which is pretty cool. Oh, and that's fast. That messes up my whole plan. So that's what, my first action? So second action, I'm gonna draw a card, because all I want to do is have this hotel security guard. They're now gonna take an attack of opportunity because I drew a card, and they're gonna attack me. I will play counterpunch to target. I get to target them before they hit me. So I'll be at 7. I'll be at 9, 10 strength against their 4, and I'll be hitting for 3. So 10v4, a hitting for 3. That is the, what is it? The elder thing. It's just a -3 though. So hotel security number 3 is dead. And then because I did that, I can move 3 of Ursula's clues onto my Tome of Rituals. Boom. So now Nathaniel's lead asset has fully been investigated. Now I just got to look into the manager's key that Ursula has a bit to see what's going on there. Then because of my boxing gloves, I can search the top 9 cards in my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually grabbed 9. And I can grab, what is it, a spirit? Which, oh boy, are there a lot of. There's actually 3 right now. And I'll grab Clean Them Out, because that's a pretty good one. The other one was like 1-2 punch, and what was that? Just Get Over Here. That was, yeah, Get Over Here was the 3rd. Yeah. I think that was it for Nathaniel's turn. Or I think he had one more thing he could do, so I'll probably just gain a resource. Enemy phase, so both of these officers are finally leaving the hallway. They can come chill in the foyer with Sergeant Monroe, do upkeep. Both of them will get a resource. Whoops. And draw a card. Ursula gets Eureka. And There's Nathaniel's other boxing gloves. So that's something. Okay. I'm going to take a quick pause for a second. I'm going to get up, stretch, fill up my water bottle, and I'll be back in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. All right, I am back, ready to see what this hotel has to throw at me next. So, top of the round, another Doom gets added to the agenda. I'll draw the first card here for Ursula. Cultists of the Enclave spawn in the basement. That's where I am. So I can choose who they engage with. I'll choose Nathaniel. After the cultist attacks, reveal random token. If it is a symbol, place a Doom on the current agenda. It's pretty neat. And then Nathaniel's card is the 3rd Arkham officer. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I gotta deal with these. All 3. This is some... This deck, I shuffled it fairly decently, I thought, but I already drew all 3 hotel guards, security, which there was only 3 of. And same with the Arkham officers. I already drew on all 3. And yet, I've drawn maybe 5 cards, and this deck's pretty thick. Like, there's a decent amount of cards in there. I've already drawn all 3 of both of these, so that's something. I mean, luckily this guy is aloof, but he's chilling in the basement as well. Jeez, okay. Got a lot of cards going on here. Now is this? There's a ready police officer. Okay, so I'll definitely have Ursula go first. There is a clue here. So I will first use Inquiring Mind. I still have 1 clue. I can come back for that clue. Okay. Yeah. So first I'll use Inquiring Mind. That'll get me 3 agility. And I'll spend 1 more. So it puts me at 8 versus 3 for this test. A bit excessive, but whatever. Maybe I'll save that last one. I'll be at a 7v3. Because I don't think there's anything higher than a -4 in here. Yeah, the tablet is a -3, so I'm okay. The first thing I did was test to get into the office, which I have the key to do, so I can do. Oh, there's lots of clues in this office. Oh, that is nice. Okay. And because of that, because of my field work and my investigator ability, I get to investigate with an 8 for free versus a 3. Do I have... Where's my deductions? Are you kidding me? I think I put some deductions in my deck. Well, who knows? Yeah, 8v3 -1, so I get a clue. So that was just my first action, was going in the room, doing all that. So second action, I'll do another investigate, 6v3. Tablet, so I pass. I get another clue. And then third, I will... I'll do one more test, yeah. And then that's a cultist, that's a -1. So I pass. So at this point, Ursula has all the clues for her Bloodstain deck, or not the manager's key. I just have to actually do the test to put them on there. Okay. So that was it for Ursula. I still have Nathaniel's turn. First, I'm gonna play Clean Them Out, which will get me 2 resources, and then it will allow me to fight at a 7v3. Pretty good odds. Sorry, 8v3. Up 5, so a -1 isn't gonna do much. So this cultist is dead. They're not innocent though. And then because of that, I get to search the top 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was 1 short. 9. I get to look for our spirit event, which there's lots of. I got lesson learned. Mano a mano. Get over here. Grab get over here. It's a good one. The action compression of just get over here, especially because it's leveled up. Level 2, get over here. I think there's a level. I think there's another leveled up one. I forget. It's been a while since I've... Like I said, it's been a while since I've been, you know, really deep into Arkham stuff, so I kind of forget some of these things. So what, that was like my first action. Were they humanoid? Okay. I need to retro that back. I'm gonna kind of retro that back because I need to have evaded the officer first. So I'm gonna do that first. I'll be up 2. So I commit those cards. The skull is a -0. Okay, so he would have been evaded. Then I would have done that fight. My bad. I got a little bit ahead of myself. And then my third action. Yeah, I really don't know what I want to do. I'm pretty good on resources. I need to remember what's going to happen in this last act. I don't know where I need to be in preparation. I'll just chill here. So then, enemy phase. Arkham officers move to the nearest location with clues. I can choose the location. Some of them both go to the basement. And then at the end of the enemy phase, move 1 clue to the Arkham officer, flipping it to its doom side. This officer is going to ready up because we're now upkeep phase. Grab my resources. And card for Ursula. Oof. The Silver Twilight Acolyte. And this guy spawns engaged with Ursula. So that's fun. Everybody got to squeeze cards together to make room for this stuff. And then Nathaniel's card is another reliable. Interesting thing with a reliable. Unless I'm unaware, there's nothing saying that you can't attach 2 reliables to the same item, which is what I intend to do. So we'll see how that goes over. Next round, we're sitting at 4 doom plus we have 5 doom total, so not too bad because 12. And I think I'll be advancing to the final part here next round, barring nothing too bad pops up. So Ursula, nearest crime scene is where this conspicuous staff spawns. So AKA in the basement. Then Nathaniel's card is the other conspicuous staff. Nearest crime scene is also the basement. They both have Hunter. They're humanoid and not friendly. I can't go into the basement to kill him because both all three Arkham officers are down there. But luckily, Ursula is mostly safe. She has a silver Twilight acolyte there, but okay, sorry, I was just double checking something. See, I'd love for Ursula to go first, but it's not gonna happen. So instead, I'll spend 2 resources, have Nathaniel go first, and I'll use that get over here. So I'll pull the Silver Twilight Acolyte over to Nathaniel. Actually, no. Reverse that all. Not doing that. Not doing it. Mainly because I only deal 1 damage with good over here. I thought I dealt more. I don't. I have 3 damage. I got a deal. So instead, I'll go first action, come down to the office. Second, I'll play 1 2-punch. Spend the 2 resources to play that. So I get +1 fight for the first. So I'm up to, was that 8, 9 versus, what the hell is it, 2? So -1, yeah, that succeeds. And the second one I get +2, so it's 10v2. Cultist, yeah, I succeed. So the Silver Twilight Acolyte is dead because of the boxing gloves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can look for a card. Grab another 1 2-punch just because I just used mine up. Okay. That's my second action. Third action, I think I'm just gonna go chill back in the foyer. Seems like a good plan. Okay, so now Ursula can test 0. Book for yeah, she could test for that. So it's a 0 test. She has 6, so -3. Are you kidding me? So I can only move 3 clues on there. And then I guess I'll just do the test again. It's a -1, so that time I can move the last clue on there. And then third action, I think I might just move up here. The reason I'm thinking that is I kind of want to leave this clue here for all of the Arkham officers to go to. I don't know if that's a good idea though. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab it actually. I'm not gonna move, I'll grab it. I don't know if leaving it there is a good idea, so I'll take it. It's a skull, so I pass because that's like a minus number of guests, which is 0. And I also get a resource because of Dr. Milan. Got my clue, and then that's it for the round. Enemy phase. These both have Hunter. Oh, and they both come after me now that I have the most clues. Oof. I didn't think that through. Whoops. But, well, that's a thing now. Okay. Whatever. These guys are all just chilling in there because nowhere else has any clues up, so they can't really move. Upkeep phase, both of them ready up. Get 2 resources and some new cards. Another shortcut, love to see it. Whoops, I don't need to see 2 of those cards. And a dodge. It's now the end of the round, and I can choose to advance this, which I definitely will. Because I have 4 clues on each. And I've done all the things in the room, so I think that's all I need to do. The truth. Read scenario interlude. The truth. So back to a little booklet, which I misplaced, so I have to just pull up the PDF on my my iPad here. The truth number 1. Your investigation is halted by Sergeant Monroe, the very same police sergeant who spurred your earlier warnings about the Excelsior Hotel. He is clearly exasperated by all the strange happenings in the building and demands answers. Now listen here, he says, his hand twitching towards his holstered gun. I'm a reasonable man, but you're looking mighty suspicious. You better tell me everything that's going on right now, you understand? Or you're gonna take a one-way trip straight to the big house. The investigators must decide. I can either tell Monroe the truth, or I can lie about my involvement. I'm gonna tell him the truth. The truth. You explained everything to Sergeant Monroe from the beginning. The rumors, the note, the murder. The more you explain, the more you realize how crazy it all sounds. But you know it is the truth. You know you're innocent. But do you have the evidence to back it up? Sergeant Monroe will only believe you if you've collected enough evidence. It did not try to cover up your involvement. If all the other circumstances are true, skip to truth 5. Otherwise, Wait, I don't know if I want to tell the truth. I know I already started reading this. Because if I... Actually, I don't know if telling the truth is a good idea. Because I did cover up my involvement, so I should try to lie. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with the other scenario. I already read a little bit. I'm cheating a little bit, but I don't care. I'm gonna go with the other one. I'm gonna lie to this guy because it was already saying oh, if you haven't done this, which those are definitely things I did, so it makes more sense for me to just lie. So I'll just do that instead. You do the only thing you can think at the moment, lie through your teeth. After all, there's no way the police would understand all the strange occurrences within the hotel, even if they did. You didn't expect them to turn a blind eye all the evidence pointing in your direction. Sergeant Monroe will only believe you if you successfully covered up your involvement. See, that's what I did. I should have done this option before. So it's a good thing I did. If all these circumstances are true, skip to 6. Yeah, so I'm good. I can skip to 6. Yeah, my bad. I should chose that second option to begin with because that's obviously what I was doing. I was trying to hide my involvement, or else I wouldn't have cleaned up the crime scene. Yeah, it just makes the most sense. So truth number 6, Sergeant Monroe nods along with your story, convinced. All right, he says. Sounds like you really did have nothing to do with this, but maybe you can help me find the real culprit. Somebody in this damn hotel is a murderer. We gotta find him. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least the police won't be a problem anymore. Remember, the police are on your side. Choose an investigator to take control of those Sergeant Monroe's story asset. Well, this dude's he's an ally. Yeah, Nathaniel Cho can take him. Sure. Thank God. It says remove all copies of Arkham Officer from play. Gosh, that'll make this board just a little bit cleaner also. Get these guys out of there. My goodness. Alright. Did that. Remove them from the game. Shuffle the encounter deck. Whatever. Truth 7. Thanks to your cunning investigation, you now have a better idea of what's going on. You're not the real culprit here. There's much more happening behind the scenes at the Excelsior Hotel. You're just caught right in the middle. Resolve the text below depending on which 2 lead assets I have. I gotta find the... Of course, it's the very last one is my scenario. The Enclave have been performing a terrible ritual for days, intending to change every last human inside the Excelsior into wretched monstrosities. The staff were the first to change, and if you aren't quick, you will be the next. The transformation has already begun. Remove all doom from play. Okay. Done. I love doing that. Advance the act and agenda deck to... Okay, so both of these just go away. And I gotta grab the true culprit thingy. It's number 10. Yeah, this is like the very last one. Okay, spawn the... What is this? The Dimensional Shambler in the basement. Shuffle any guest enemies in the victory display. Put 2 Doom. Put 4 Doom on the true culprit. Okay. Has a Doom threshold of 12, so that's something. I don't even know what I need to do to win, though. You are now ready to continue playing. Okay. So that was that. What am I? I'm already at an hour and a half. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I don't know how long Rougarou is going to take. Because this has already gone on for a hot bit. I still have to complete this whole last act, which really shouldn't take much more long. Maybe like, I don't know, like a half hour or something. Okay, sorry, I was just making sure I didn't forget anything. So this says each guest enemy loses victory 0, innocent, and gains cultists. Basement gains. I can test for willpower or agility. I can remove a clue from a lead asset to reduce this difficulty. If I succeed, remove a doom from the agenda. If there's no doom on this agenda, advance. Okay. So it's the Mythos phase now. Add a doom over here. I will draw 2 cards, one for Ursula. Attach to the nearest non-crime scene location. That would be the office I'm at. Gains +2 shroud. That's pretty much meaningless because I'm done with that location. Driven to madness. Nearest humanoid. And that would be the conspicuous staff over here. I'm trying to think of what I even could do here. It's good. I got this Dimensional Shambler in here, which like I don't even want to deal with. I just want to evade it and like be on my way. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any more mind over matters. Nice, some symbols I could throw at it, but like, what good would that do? This is tough. This is gonna be tough. First, Nathaniel's gonna go into the office to go help out Ursula. Second, I'll play 1-2 punch. I'll play 1/2 punch, and I'll attack the one that has the one that's been driven to madness. So I get to fight with like, what is this? 5, 8, 9 V3. So skull doesn't mean shit. So this guy is gonna probably die. Yup. So the one staff is dead. I didn't even have to use my investigator bonus, which is nice because I might need to use it next. Let's see. Oh, I'll play Glory since I just defeated an enemy. That lets me draw 2 cards. Yeah, this isn't good. Oh, third action, I'll just grab a resource and then I'll spend both to get over here. And then I'll actually use my investigator ability that if this hits on like an 8 V3, which it does, this staff is dead, which they are. And that's it for Nathaniel's turn. Then Ursula can first action go in here. Engage this dimensional guy. I can use... I can't use Fieldworks because there's no clues on this location. So that's a shame. So first action, I moved in there. Second action, I'm going to evade this guy. Pitching these 3 cards will put me at a 7 V3 to evade. That's a 4. I didn't even know there's a 4 in here, but I'm all right. So that's 7 V3. So that was what, my second action? Yeah, then third action, what is it? Test willpower or feat? I can spend 1 clue. Oh, to reduce it by 2, then absolutely I will. So that'll be just a 2 test. I have 4. That's a +1. Okay. So I can remove a Doom over here. All right. I think that's the only thing. Since this is like the last location, I'll go ahead and also attach this shortcut here. Because we're just going to be hanging in the basement, I think. And if we need to go somewhere, now we got a shortcut out of here. That's it for Ursula's turn. Enemy turn. It's only 1 enemy and they are exhausted. So upkeep, refresh that. They are now engaged with Ursula. Both of them get a resource. And Ursula gets a card. There's deduction. Like 2 turns, too many turns too late. And of course Nathaniel drew a weakness because that's what I needed right now. Top of the round, letting another Doom back, drawing some cards. Ursula, blood on your hands, so 2 willpower test of 2. I'll pitch the Chthonian stone to put me at 4v2 -3, so I failed. If I fail, I think that's like one of the first tests I failed this game. Take 2 horror, so I will do that. I've gotten pretty lucky so far. So I'll take my 2 horror. Oh, I actually have my little, yeah. All right, so that was Ursula, and then Nathaniel's card is also blood on your hands. This I'll just test straight up 3v2. Yeah, it's an auto fail. Oh, and because, what is it? I have to discard a card from my hand. because of blood on your hands, since Ursula was at a crime scene. Had to discard that. Yeah, Nathaniel just fails, and they're just gonna take two horror, which once again isn't terrible considering that it's been pretty mild on damage and horror this game, so that's been nice. Mitigating that fine, I think. So that goes there, and then we're on to the investigator phase. So, So I think I'll have Nathaniel go over here as the first action. Second action, try to pass this test of 0. It's a 0 willpower test. I have 3. It's a skull, so I'm fine because skull is just minus number of guests, which is none. Yeah. So I get to remove a doom because of that. And what else? I have one more action because I moved and I did that. I think I just wanted to engage this guy. My last action, which I think I'll do. Honestly, I'll probably when they attack, I could just dodge them. Just dodge them. Easy enough. Ursula turn. I'll be close, so I can't finish the game this round. Be next round. Maybe if I'm lucky. So I'll have Ursula test agility. She's at a 4v2. That's an auto fail, so that's not good. Do another 4v2. That's a -3, but I can drop a clue to make it -1, which I'll do. Just so I can get rid of another doom. And then the last one, I'll do, yeah, no, I'll just do it again. 4v2. Something like that. That's a -3. There's no getting around it that time. Shoot. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, so it's it for both of them. Enemy turn, they're gonna attack Nathaniel, but Nathaniel's just gonna dodge. Yeah, upkeep. Both of them get a resource. You're gonna card Chthonian Stone. Nathaniel's probably gonna draw a weakness. No, okay. I know he has at least one more weakness and not a lot of cards left, so that's something to be worried about. Another doom. Nearest crime scene locations, that's here. Prey, most clues. So I'll have him spawn with Nathaniel. And Nathaniel is going to draw a hotel guest. They'll spawn in the foyer. So I think first action, Ursula, I'm gonna draw a card. Because now I have 5. So second action, I can boost my willpower by 4. Be at 7v4 for this test. Damn it. I'll do it again. 7v4. Let me shake up the bag. -1, so that's at least 1 that's gone. God, this is never gonna end. I'm so screwed. So first, I'll have Nathaniel play mono a mono. Just take out the conspicuous staff. I get to draw a card for that. Take that one. Second action. I'll just try to evade this guy. +4 to my evasion, so I'll be at a 6v3. Probably not very good, but we'll see. Cultists, it's a -1, so they're evaded. So I still have, what, one more action? So I'll go ahead and spend 2 clues. So I can test a 0. 3 against 0. -3, so I still pass. It's another Doom gone. Yeah. That's it for that. Upkeep, this guy readies back up. Re-engages with Nathan. Draw a card over here and over here. Both get a resource. And another Doom over here. And I think this might be the final. I know I said this last time. I think this might be the final round. Oh, they're heading towards the crime scene. We got another hotel guest spawning for Ursula, along with Violent Outbreak. So for Nathaniel, the nearest humanoid enemy, which is this guest, readies, moves, engages, and attacks. So he's going to be up to 3 damage, which isn't the best, but it's like the last round, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so I'll have Ursula go first. She has no enemies engaged. Spend 1 resource to play Mind Over Matter. Lets me draw a card, and it lets me add my intellect to my agility. So that puts me at 10 agility. This over here is an agility test of 4. So I just got to pass that 3 times without drawing the auto fail, and I'll win. So first test. It's a 0, so that's good. Second test, another 0, almost there. Final test, maybe, if I pass it. It's a skull, which is a -2. Doesn't matter, I'm 6 up, so that's gone. There's no Doom on this agenda, and I can advance. Alright. So on the back it says, "The book is closed now, and as you fasten the latch and tuck it under your arm, you hope and pray that you can keep it safe and that it will never be opened again. You know firsthand that only madness lies within its weathered pages, and it is now up to you to protect it from falling into the wrong hands. You breathe a bit easier and find some measure of comfort in knowing that the strange goings-ons of the Excelsior have been put to rest, at least for now." And I have to read resolution number 1. So, resolution 1. Bit more text, let me take a quick sip. Resolution 1. Nobody will ever believe what you witnessed at the Excelsior. Not 3 days later, the hotel was open again, like nothing had ever happened. You know better, though. You witnessed it all firsthand. The events continue to haunt your dreams and your waking thoughts. Even now, you go out of your way to avoid the Excelsior. Though weeks have passed and there have been no signs of any nefarious schemes within its accursed walls. The only thing that can quiet the echoing memories of that horrible experience is a visit to the local speakeasy. But all the booze in the world can't keep the grisly visions from your nightmare, waking you in the dead of night with a violent start, soaked in sweat. That's when you notice the person asking around your town about the Excelsior. Innocent questions at first, but more prodding with each passing day. Surely they will believe you. Somebody has to. You may have broken free. You may have broken free of the Excelsior's grasp, but there will be other victims. Of that you are sure. You grab a piece of paper and hastily scribble down a note. It's all a facade. Room 225. Tonight, it's not over. That's what the note reads. If they can see past the veil of Excelsior's operations, then maybe others can too. It may not be too late to stop it all from happening again. And that's it. So I'm going to try to stop this guy from happening again, but history repeats itself, as we know. And that was Murder at the Excelsior Hotel. I really like this standalone. It's a fun one. I really like it. Has all the different options with the different evidences. You get different endings and whatnot for like who's behind the shenanigans here at the hotel. But yeah, no, I had a lot of fun with that one. I am going to clean this up. I'm going to set up Rougarou. I'm not sure how far I'm going to get through it, considering I'm almost already at 2 hours for the stream, and I would like to keep it under 3, and I don't think there's any way I'm going to get through Rougarou in under an hour. So I'm even debating if I should set it up and play through some of it. I think I will. I'm going to set it up and at least play through some of it, see how far I get, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to clean this up, set that up, and I'll be back in a few minutes. And welcome back to Arkham Horror with the Curse of the Rougarou standalone. So real quick, on that waiting screen, like I had a question of the stream, which was, what is your favorite horror movie? Since I figured, Arkham's pretty spooky, scary stuff, I figured it was an appropriate question. So if you're in the chat, let me know what your favorite horror movie is, or if you're watching this in the future, feel free to drop a comment. I was thinking about this myself because, of course, I wanted to have an answer for it. Cloverfield. I love that movie. It's more of like I would say it's a horror movie, not like in a straight up like spooky, scary sense, but more like a thriller, action thriller. Aliens came to mind, but once again, that's more like suspenseful action. I don't know if that's horror. And then there's also like Cabin in the Woods. That's a really good movie. Once again, that is more of a horror, like a slasher horror, but then that's more like a comedy, like a parody almost. That's a really good movie. I love Cabin in the Woods. So I don't know, one of those. I'm not big on horror movies, so that's why it's more like a horror adjacent. But that's the best I could come up with for the answer to that question. So yeah, let me know. Like I said, if you're watching live, drop a comment, or if you're watching in the future, feel free to just drop a comment below, and I'll try to I'll respond, or I'll like it or something. I'm just kind of curious. So yeah, with that out of the way, we are going to start on Curse of the Rougarou. So I'll read the little synopsis here that we got going on. The title reads, Terror grips New Orleans. Minnie Klein, your contact at the Arkham Advisor, had slipped you a draft of an article over a cup of coffee at Velma's Diner. It would have gone to print had Doyle Jeffries, the lead editor, not scoffed at the concept. I believe his exact words were, I ain't putting the ravings of some voodoo lunatic and passing it off as news, she explained. From the sly grin spreading across her face, you could tell she smelled a story. The headline was sensationalist. 3 killings in 9 days was enough to spook a town, sure. But you doubt all of New Orleans is gripped by terror or even knows about the killings. Still, something piqued your interest. Lady Esprit, the voodoo priestess from the article, claimed that a malign curse has taken root in the bayou. There's something to this, isn't there? I know that look, Minnie says. You weren't sure if Lady Esprit was right. This Rougarou wouldn't stop killing at 3, that's for sure. But curses? Wolf people? How could such things be real? Only one way to find out. You put on your coat and head for the North Side Station. So, I'm going to be investigating this curse. I don't even know where to put this. Taking 2 different investigators, and this time I got Agnes Baker, who is the waitress, and Stella Clark, the letter carrier. So I figured, playing 2 different investigators, just to change it up a little bit, different scenario, different investigators. We'll see how that goes. See how well these decks are made. I think they're okay. We'll see how they work together. Yeah. Let me just see, is this properly aligned? I scoot that over just a smidge. There we go. So we can see what's going on just a little bit better. So we both start out in this foul swamp. It's always a good start to an adventure. Well, it's not really a fun adventure. This is, solving a murder. So Agenda 1 reads, Creature of the Bayou. After arriving in New Orleans the next day, you start your investigation by asking the locals what they know of the recent killings. As you've suspected, most know very little of the incidents. You do manage to find several eyewitnesses who've given similar description of the creature. Its lithe, muscular form, lanky arms, and wolf-like visage. A promising start, but if there are any truth to the rumors about this curse, you'll have to talk to Lady Esprit herself. So, Act 1. Finding Lady Esprit. According to your contact, Lady Esprit is a voodoo priestess who lives deep within the bayou. Most tend to stay clear of her lonely shack. After all, the bayou can be a dangerous place, even were it not for the recent rash of savage killings. The objective is only investigators at a bayou location may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance, which is just 2. So yeah, yeah, we start down there in this little area. Neato. So I think Stella, I got a bit of a Dark Horse deck going on. I already drew Dark Horse, so I think I'm gonna just start leaning into that right away. So I'll play Dark Horse for 3 as my first action. Second action, of course, I packed Madame Labranche. Spent 2 resources. That's my second action. Then third action, I'll go to one of these unhallowed lands down here and see what's going on. Shoot. Okay. Overgrown Cairns? Yeah, there's no clues there, so that's all right. Do I want to gain a resource? Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will for now. I'm not going to Dark Horse too much right away. So yeah, that was it for for Stella's turn. Agnes is first going to definitely equip the Holy Rosary, because that's the only necklace that matters to her, and not her stupid heirloom of whatever, the hyperbolic tangent. I always forget what it's called. It's not at all what it's called, but it has some weird name. It's a bad necklace. And I'll just use the Holy Rosary instead. So that was the first action. Second action, I'll shimmy on down here. So there's 2 clues. Not good. Third action, I might just draw a card. Yeah, it's not ideal. Yeah, Agnes really can't do much investigating till she gets her spells and whatnot, so what are you gonna do? Some resources. Agnes gets Fearless. Okay. Busting out the Taylor Swift albums. I'm just joking. Stella Clark gets Take Heart, so cool. First Doom on the agenda. We're at 1 out of 5. Agnes. Who did I think Agnes I made the Weed Investigator. I was just trying to remember in my head. That's why I think I put her at the top. So this Spectral Mist attaches to the body location, and it just makes tests here more difficult. So that's fun. Swamp Leech spawns at the body location. These things are a pain. I've played this scenario a couple of times. It's been a while. I remember the Swamp Leech as being a pain. They only have 1 health, so like, but they're hard to hit, and they're just a pain. They're like not hard, they're just a pain. I ended my turn here last turn as Agnes, so I was supposed to take a horror and take another card. Fight or flight. I'll actually put that horror, yeah, on the Rosary. Okay, so now it's back to us. So Stella's going to move in here first action. Second action, she's going to investigate at a 2v2. So hopefully she gets a negative. That's a skull. A skull is a -2. So failed by 2, which is nice. Because I failed a test. And Stella loves failing tests because I get an additional action. But then also I could play, look what I found. Which costs 2 resources to do. And I can discover 2 clues. So I'll put those, I don't know, somewhere over there. So first action, I moved in there. Second, I investigated. So third, I can move back up there. Third, I'll move back up here. I still have 1 more action. I'll use Madame Womberch to gain a resource, and I'll spend that with a scrapper. So it puts me at +1, and that +2, so I'll be at 5v4. Yeah, and I'll commit neither rain nor shine. So what did I say? I was at 5v4, so I'll be at 8v4. -1. Okay, good. The swamp leech is dead. Good. And then, yeah, I have 2 clues, so I can go ahead and look for the shack. Or should I wait till next turn to do that? Because I can do that whenever, can't I? I'll wait, because that's all I can do this turn. Wait, Agnes hasn't gone yet. No, I'll go ahead and do it. Yeah. So I'll spend 2 clues, and we'll advance to Act 2. Finding Lady Espert's shack is no simple endeavor, but eventually you spot the decrepit shanty through the mist. Lady Espert greets you as you enter, not at all surprised by your intrusion. She claims that the Rougarou was once a man, cursed by being known as a Nagaroth. Some of these H.P. Lovecraft things are kind of weird to pronounce. But yeah, as a being known as that, into the form of a great wolf. She believes that she can lift the Rougarou curse from the bayou, but only if the creature is destroyed. So I can put the Lady Espert card into play at the bayou location. So she's chilling in the foul swamp. I'm sure she's having a good time there. The root set aside, put each location to play at this point. So now all the other locations actually come out. And then there's this one over here. Boom and boom. What does it say? Rougarou enemy placed at any non-bayou location. Non-bayou location, I'll place them right there. Shuffle the encounter discard pile and each encounter card from the Curse of the Rougarou encounter set. Should be this. Into the deck. Okay. Consider it done. Sorry, I'm gonna take a second to make sure these are really shuffled, because last time I felt like I got screwed. Okay, and then the lead investigator reads this aloud. So that would be Agnes reading this aloud. As you leave Lady Espert's shack, a terrible sickness courses through you. You drop to your knees. The lead investigator set aside Curse of the Rougarou weakness into his or her play area. Okay. So Agnes has been cursed. She's got the Curse of the Rougarou going as well, so that's fun. Act 2A, Hunting the Rougarou. The Rougarou is somewhere within the vast bayou. You must track it down and destroy it, lest the beast's curse consumes you as well. First, after the Rougarou leaves location, place a clue from the clue bank on it. Objective, we have to destroy the beast. If the Rougarou is defeated, I can do something. Maybe there's another way. While an investigator is engaged with the Rougarou, he or she may choose to advance. So I could try to save, because they mentioned earlier, like, the Rougarou is just a man who was cursed by something. So it looks like I can either just slay the dang beast or try to save him. What the heck? Hearing crazy noises outside. Okay. Lady Espert can do some stuff. We have a lot of new locations. The Rougarou has 10 health. It's a lot. They have a aloof or retaliate as an additional cost for this investigator to engage. Rougarou investigator must spend 1 clue as a group. So see, I gotta start dealing damage. It's Agnes. So Agnes, first action, I'm gonna equip the baseball bat. Second action, I'll go ahead and go into the overgrown cairns. To go, I guess I can't. Aloof retaliate. To engage the Rougarou. What if I don't want to engage it? I can attack it without being engaged to it. Right? No, I think that's fine. So I'm gonna try to swing at this beast. I'll be swinging for a 2, 4. I'm gonna do some unexpected courage to be at a 6 against a 3. There's a lot of tokens. I added a lot of tokens from to the bag between Excelsior and this. That's a 0. Okay. So that's 2 damage already. Find 2 damage tokens. Alright, I'm not feeling this song. What song was that? I need to remove it from this playlist. I didn't like it. Oh, it's almost the last song. Okay, I'm just gonna start over then. Wait, I'll do this. Sorry. Gotta get that music going. I think we're good. Okay, cool. That's fine. So 2 damage to the Rougarou. Another Rougarou is kind of pissed. After the Rougarou takes 1 or more damage. Sorry, it takes 2 damage during a turn. Find the location that is farthest from all investigators. Gotta be any of the outer non-Bayou locations. Move the Rougarou 1 location at a time till it enters that location. Which way should I have it go first? It doesn't really matter. I'll have it go to this New Orleans location. So it went boom, boom, boom. And because of this card over here, it's leaving its trail behind of clues. So that's what I will do. I think that's it for Agnes, right? Because she equipped the bat, moved in, fought. Stella did her turn last time. So I think that's it. It's the enemy phase. So the Rougarou is going to move to the Cursed Shores. And that's it. Upkeep, this readies. They both get a resource. Agnes got some painkillers. Stella got neither rain nor snow. And another Doom is going to be added to the agenda over here. If I didn't make it explicitly clear, I'm not trying to save this Rougarou. I am here to slay this beast one way or another. Maybe there's a way to get this guy out of there. It's not my... today, that is not my concern. I am just on a mission to just take this thing out. So... I do want to triple check something while I'm thinking about it real quick. It's been a while since I've looked at the rule book. Okay, so I goofed. That's kind of what I was thinking. I shouldn't. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it how I played it. I wonder if I did this last game as well. Like I said, it's been a while since I played Arkham. My apologies. So this guy has aloof, and I forgot like one of the whole things with aloof. Not only do they not engage you, but the thing is, if you want to attack them, you have to engage them. Because I thought it was too easy. I'm like, well, why is all this thing about engaging the monster when I could just whap it without engaging it? But that's why, because I was just trying to get around it. And it's apparently a thing that I'm supposed to do. So I need to make sure that I have 1 clue as a group before next time I try to attack it. Whoops. See, I already put the Doom on there, so I'm just gonna draw some new cards. Agnes first. Okay, the Rougarou is now beefed up. Until it takes damage. Cursed Swamp. So Stella's gonna test 3. For each point I fail by, I take a damage. If I'm at a bayou location, I cannot commit cards to the skill test. Oh. Yeah, I didn't want to take that that resource last round. I forgot about that because I'm dark horsed at this point. So I'm just gonna be testing at a 4v3, so I'm up 1. See what kind of token I get. -1, so I don't take any damage, which is something. That goes up here. So it's back to the investigators. I mean, right now it seems like Agnes is just gonna have to take out the Rougarou with her freaking baseball bat. I don't have enough turns to do that though. Because I would have to go 1, 2, 3 to engage and then attack. Quite the predicament. Because I don't know what Stella should do. I don't know if they should just... Because if I go after the thing, like, I might be able to land a hit, but I can only do 1 damage at a time until I get a weapon. There's no way I could, like... Okay, so Stella's gonna investigate. Current location, that'll be a test of 3 versus 2, so -6. So she failed. So I'm gonna do Live and Learn to attempt that again, but at a +2 this time, so I'll be at a 5 v2. A 0 lets me get the clue, and because that was fast, because of my investigator ability, I still have all 3 of my actions. So first action, I'm gonna move up to the Forgotten Marsh. When I leave Forgotten Marsh, lose 2 resources. I'm already broke, so I don't care Forgotten Marsh. Second, I'll go up here. Of course, there's nothing up here. Then third, I'll go into this last place to grab some more clues. Even though I can't do anything this turn, I guess whatever, I'm just exploring because I need to figure out where all the clues are so I can engage this beast and take it down. But I at least got 1, and that's all I needed to actually land an attack, even though I can't attack this turn. So what's the point? I think Agnes is just go 1, 2 into the Cursed Shores. Flip this over. When I leave Cursed Shores, you have to choose a thing. Okay, and then she's gonna just engage the Rougarou as her final action. Okay, so take a quick sip here. That's it for the investigators. Rougarou is gonna go and is gonna attack for 2 and 2, and I'm just gonna take the hit. If I can find the right health markers, my goodness, all I can find are the 3s. Okay, there's 2, and there's 2, and Agnes took some horror. So because of her investigator ability, I can deal 1 damage to an enemy. And because it's only 1 damage and not 2, the Rougarou is not going to flee. I also forgot when I engaged the Rougarou, I should have spent this clue. That was the whole point of me getting the clue, was so I would be able to engage the Rougarou. So with that out of the way, upkeep phase. Everybody gets a resource and a card. Oh boy. Well, maybe I should fail that next test. Yeah, no, I definitely. Yeah, I wanted that resource. This time for Stella. Then another Doom down here. Agnes's card attached to a Bayou location. Okay. Doesn't say the nearest one, so I'll just attach it to that one because I'll probably never do anything there. On the prowl, Surge. Revelation, find a non-Bayou location with the fewest clues on it. Are you kidding me? Yeah, on the prowl moves the Rougarou. Non-Bayou location. I guess I'll move it up here just so it's close to Stella in case Stella wants to help. That's some bullshit. And it's Surge, which means draw another card because your life isn't bad enough. Stella Clark, test 3. It's 3 agility, so I'll spend a resource to boost my agility to 5 V3. +1, I'm good. So that can be discarded. Okay. So I'll Stella go first. Activate her, grab a resource. First action, grab a resource. Second action, I'm going to investigate 2v3, and I'll commit Take Heart. Because I plan to fail this test. I better fail this test, or else I'll be mad. No, what? Okay, jeez. It's a +1, but I can choose to automatically fail this test to heal a damage into horror, which I don't even need to do, but I will take the choice to fail it, which I'll do. Because then Take Heart will get me 2 resources and 2 cards. 2 cards is like killer. And then I can play, since that was failing an investigation test, I can play Look What I Found. Cost me 2, and I can grab these 2 clues. So now I got 2 more clues to work with. So I still have all 3 of my actions. So first action, I got a weapon now, so I'll definitely get that out. The 18 Derringer. Got 3 ammo for it. Second action, I'll go over here. Yeah, I can engage it, but then it's like I still can't fight it. And then what's Agnes gonna do? She can't investigate. So what? Actually, second action, I go down here. Third action, I go over to Cursed Shores. And then Agnes. I'm gonna leave Cursed Shores, so I have to discard a skill card from my hand. Whatever. Discard Guts. So I'll go 1, 2. I'll engage the Rougarou again. It's gonna cost me a clue to do. And I still can't do anything. Hopefully it doesn't go on the prowl again and get away, because that would be very annoying. You have to take some more damage, some more health. So I'd take 2 more damage. 2 more horror. So we're already sitting at 4 on each, but I can do another damage to this guy. So he's already at 4 out of 10 total damage. So that's something. So that's it for the enemy phase upkeep. Yeah, I'll grab a resource. I was trying to think if I wanted one for Stella here. And then we both draw a card. Agnes got clairvoyance. She could actually help investigate now, but it doesn't matter. And Stella got perception. 4 out of 5 stuff over here. Doom on the agenda. Starting to forget what things are called. Now we have the slime-covered dole. Any non-bayou location. Any non-bayou location? Okay, I'm spawning it on the other side of the map. I don't want to deal with it. Cursed swamp. So Stella has to test 3. Be sitting at a nice 3v3 test. I actually passed. Surprisingly, I got a +1. Whatever. So luckily on the prowl didn't show up. So first Agnes is going to whap the Rougarou with her baseball bat. But I'm only gonna be at a 4 against a 3. No, I'll still do it. Yeah, 4 against a 3. Yes, yeah. Because I have my walkies. So yeah, 4v3. That's a -4. So the Rougarou attacks me. Oh. I'm dead. Agnes is dead. I knew it took 4 damage already. I didn't expect it to hit me. But because of that chaos token, yeah, it's gonna hit and kill Agnes. Oof. Jeez. Yeah, Agnes is dead. This is not good. Yeah, I don't think I can finish with just Stella. That was pretty poorly managed on my part. Oof. I might be able to, but it would be tough. So I think I might just call it there, especially I don't think I'll be able to finish this whole scenario, even if I did attempt to with just Stella, at least in the next half hour, which like I don't want the stream running too long. So I think I'll just wrap it up there. That's Agnes went down. The Rougarou is almost half health, but yeah, the chaos token just killed Agnes, like the little final bit there. It's a shame, but that's how Arkham works, I guess. Yeah, I like Curse of the Rougarou is a pretty fun one. As you can see, it's a lot smaller in scale. Not as much like going on, which honestly, though I do like Hotel at the Excelsior, like there's a lot of things. You got people with patrol, and you have like different quests and whatnot. It's fun, and it's probably one of my favorite standalones. There's just a lot going on. This is very much more simple, a lot quick. This one's pretty tough though. It has a tough chaos bag. Yeah, some of the encounter cards in the encounter deck are pretty brutal. Yeah, the Rougarou hits for 2 and 2. And I dealt damage at the beginning, and I was even doing it wrong. So like this guy's even tougher than I initially had anticipated. So yeah, that was Curse of the Rougarou. I think that'll do it for this stream though. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, like would be greatly appreciated. I won't do a stream next Sunday because that will be Easter, and I'll be back with the family. But the following Sunday, I will be doing some stream again. So I'll figure out what I'll be doing. I'll maybe post it to, I have a Twitter and an Instagram that I'm going to start posting my schedule to, I think. So find those somewhere. I'll have them posted on my YouTube page if you feel like following those. I don't think they're there at the moment of the stream, but at some point here in the near future, I will put those in the description somewhere. So if you feel like trying to get updates on what's going on, you'll be able to follow that. But yeah, that'll do it for this stream. Thank you for watching.